What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Thank you guys for tuning into another one. Let's get straight into this video, man. So as you guys can see, I got a huge box right here with an exhaust. I actually already started opening it, but this is the Torqen. It's called the ZORST exhaust. And if you can't tell from the parts within this exhaust, this is basically an exact replica of the Motordyne Shockwave. And if you guys are kind of familiar with the way these exhausts are, the Motordyne Shockwave is pretty much now like a $2,900 exhaust, brand new. And I paid about $1,600 for this one. Picked it up the same day that I ordered from Concept Z. So yeah, I was kind of looking at everything here, took a look at the tips here, and let me take it out of the packaging. But basically, these are some pretty, they're pretty big tips. I think these are 4.5 inch. They look pretty big. I probably in the camera, you guys can't see, but 4.5 inch tips. And then the piping on this exhaust is actually 3 inch. So if I take this one a little bit out of the packaging here, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's pretty wide diameter, definitely 3 inch piping. And we have the Helmholtz resonator style axle backs here with the other one over there. And got some V-band clamps for all that. And then we actually have the Y pipe section here. So this goes from 2.5 inch here, that hooks up right to the long tube headers, and then goes all the way full 3 inch. So yeah, man, I'm pretty excited to get this on the car. I do know it's a replica exhaust, but honestly, I don't even care. Like, from what I've heard, this exhaust sounds the exact same as the Motordyne Shockwave, but it's literally $1,000 cheaper. So for $1,000 cheaper, you know, still looks just as good. The quality looks great on it, and it's gonna sound the same. I'm all for that. So yeah, let's get the Z in the air and let's go ahead and start installing this exhaust. As you guys can see, the Z is still up in the air, and it's actually the next day since I first started taking off the exhaust. So unfortunately, I ran into some issues that I really was not expecting with this exhaust. So if I go and show you guys underneath right now, you're gonna see how the exhaust is on, right? I mean, it's all bolted up all the way to the very back. Tips are on, and then everything looks good, right? But I don't know if you guys can tell from this angle how this right pipe is sitting much lower than the left side. And the reason for that is because the V-band right here that is supposed to meet up with that long pipe, it's actually not even going in to each other the way that it should. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and remove this right now, because no matter what, I'm gonna have to take this back to Concept Z for some sort of return, or if I can get another exhaust that actually fits. But I will show you guys what the issue is. So clearly, like, if you look at, you know, this, it looks like the exhaust goes up just fine, right? But I'm gonna show you guys the problem right now when I take this off. And so I thought I would just show you kind of what I do have installed currently. So right now you can see how the driver's side piping is on, and everything is good there. But if I zoom in all the way, you can see that's where the other piping should attach at the muffler box. And that's where my issue started. So right here I have the two pipes that were giving me issues. And the number one problem was that this part right here, which goes to that piece on the muffler box, it wouldn't actually slide into the V-band flange. And I thought, okay, well, let me see if I can get the rest of the exhaust on. So I'm actually gonna pass the camera here to kind of demonstrate what the issue is. But basically, what's happening is when I go on the car to actually, you see the V-band flange here, and I go to try to insert it on this piping, you can see how it doesn't want to sit flush. And I've tried like rotating it. You see how I'm rotating right now. And right now I'm putting pressure on this, but no matter what I do, like, this doesn't want to sit flush. So when I go to put it on the car, I can't even get the V-band clamp on there correctly. And this one's really bad. The one on this side, I was actually able to get a clamp on the muffler, but then when I got the clamp on here, I couldn't actually get the exhaust to be straight. So that's the issue that I'm talking about. And honestly, at this point, I've tried everything, and I'm just confused why this side was so bad and the other side was able to go on.
I hope you guys enjoyed those exhaust clips of the new Torqen setup. Honestly, my honest opinion of this exhaust is, I don't know, man. I'm not fully sold on it. To be completely honest, the exhaust sounds really good at low RPM. Anything under like 4K, it has a really nice deep tone to it. But I feel like when you get above 4K, and you know, obviously when you're doing hard pulls and stuff like that, there is a lot of rasp, and it has a very like big trumpety sound, which I know it's common with the VQs, but it's just a lot raspier than I expected. And I know some people are a fan of that, but personally, I don't know if I like it. So the reason I'm not sold on it is because of that. And if you guys were hearing the revving clips that I did, where I kind of went from 2K all the way up to redline, on the way down, so on the decel, when the RPMs are coming down, the exhaust has like this weird like tin can sound, which I'm really not a fan of. Like even when I'm driving, it also has that sound. And I don't know if that's because maybe the exhaust tips are loose. As you guys can see, they are secured by those clamps, which that's one part of the exhaust that I also don't like. I think it makes the exhaust look cheap. And I feel like they should have just done some set screws or something like that. But anyways, I am really not a fan of that like tin can sound when it's coming down in the RPMs. I think it makes the setup just sound cheap. And yeah. Again, I also had those fitment issues with this exhaust. As you guys can see, I had to take literally a damn angle grinder to make it fit. And even once I cut that flange off, I still had to play around with the hangers and stuff like that to make it sit right and not hit the body of the car. But I don't know. I'm definitely not sold on it. I think it has a little too much rasp at the top end. And I think my Fast Intentions sounded better pretty much all throughout the RPM range. I do like that in low RPMs, this is louder. It is a louder exhaust. It sounds more aggressive because it is louder. But I don't know if I can look past that like tin can thing on decel and the rasp and stuff like that. And overall, just the fitment issues that I had with this kind of left like, you know, it kind of took some of the excitement out. So not a huge fan. I think I will run it for a little bit, and then if I'm, you know, it doesn't grow on me, then I might get rid of the exhaust. But definitely let me know what you guys think. If you guys are trying to buy this exhaust, I would, you know, I hate to say it, but I had issues with it, you know, and Torqen claimed that it was a one-off case. So hopefully that means nobody else should have this issue. But I bought a brand new exhaust. It did not fit from the factory the way it should have, and I had to go and cut it up. So in a way, it kind of feels like I wasted my money on something that didn't even fit. And honestly, like, if I even want to go sell this exhaust in the used market, that's immediately going to drop the value of everything. So yeah, man, I don't know. If you guys want to buy it, you know, I hope you guys do not have the issues that I had. But yeah, I'm kind of not sold on it. I'm 50-50. I'm definitely curious what you guys think. Definitely go ahead and drop a comment down below about what you guys think of this setup. If you would buy it for your car or what you would do.
I think if you have the money, definitely try to get a used Motordyne. For some reason, I feel like that setup just sounds better, even though it's technically the same exhaust. But yeah, I know. I bought a rep exhaust, and at the end of the day, if it didn't work out, it's nobody's fault but mine. So that's my opinion on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely subscribe, like, and comment. And I'll make sure to get back to everybody if you guys have questions about the exhaust. But thanks for tuning in to another one, and I will catch you guys in the next one.